Alright, so everybody, a lot of you have asked me, what's my opinion on the Jessie situation with Final Fantasy VII Remake? What is going on with Jessie? So here it is. For no lead up at all, no lead in for this at all. Thank all of you for being patient while I get back on the horse with these videos. But let's dive right into it. At the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake, we see a lot of things happen, right? The world is being remade outside of the singularity. Anything within that singularity is being untouched by the remaking of the world, the remaking of reality, right? The Whispers go back and change something. They save Zack. That's my theory. If you all know about my theory, if you've been following me, you do know what my theory is. If you don't, if you haven't been following me, there's tons of videos on it. Go back and check on that. So look at what the game presents for us. Before we get into it though, throw a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, comment in the comments below. Let's get the conversation going. Let me know what you all think about this theory, this speculation, and we'll get the conversation rolling on that here in a little bit. But I think what we see at the end of Remake, and I went back and forth on this for a while because I didn't know how I wanted this to go, right? I was one of the people who felt like, okay, Biggs survives. I'm cool with Biggs surviving because I really loved what they did with him in Remake. But I loved what they did with each member of Avalanche in Remake. I loved what they did with Wedge. I loved what they did with Jessie. Jessie was fantastic. Wedge was great. Biggs, though, I felt like there was a whole lot of meat on the bone with that character still. Now, I know a lot of the haters and naysayers with what they did with Remake have been saying, well, it's more like reality if they die and everything. Well, it's called Final Fantasy. It's their story. They can do what they want to with it, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not. It doesn't matter. I'm along for the ride. So I'm like, just tell me a story, you know? But I have seen a lot of people that are straight pissed that Jessie's probably going to be alive in this thing. With all that being said, I am not a big fan of Jessie being alive, but I do think she's alive. I do think she is alive. My opinion of the storytelling aside, basing on what the game gives us, I think she's alive, right? They gave us the breakdown with the gold saucer stuff, right? They gave us the foreshadowing in the game that she was going to be an actress at Gold Saucer, and the play where you have the date and everything. She was going to be, I think, the princess, right? I think she was going to be the princess in that play or something like that. Of course, her family's dead, probably, because I think they lived on the plate, right? They got dropped. So let's take a look at the end. Biggs survives, right? What is the big popular theory with that? The big popular theory is that Zack saved Biggs, right? And Jessie. Or Biggs has her gloves and her bandana, and he got those before he was taken off of the pillar, right? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me because Biggs was in super bad shape. I mean, he's recovering from the battle, right? He's in super bad shape. He couldn't have went up there and got mementos from Jessie and then been escorted back down or whatever. So if Zack saved him, the newly reformed world, and Zack is interacting with Biggs, take with that what you want. Option B that I've heard from people, and I've heard some wild options out there about this, right? Option B that I've heard from people is that Biggs and Jessie were saved. And that's her stuff there, and she's already left, right? I think part of that is what's going on. But let me go ahead and give you an honorable mention that I've had a couple people tell me and run by me, and I don't think that's where they're going with it. But option C, this wild card I've heard recently, is that Jessie is going to be a Turk in the remade, reformatted, reborn world, right? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the reborn world of Gaia. It's going to be not her as a Turk. So, at least I don't think. My opinion, what I think they're doing, and I haven't heard anybody say, if they have said it, talk about it in the comments below, but I haven't seen it anywhere. Jessie saved Biggs. Jessie saved Biggs. Jessie got Biggs out of there, and she knew that he taught at that orphanage. She knew his history, his past. She took him to the orphanage to recover. She got him there. We don't know how. Could have been her and Zach in the reborn world, but she got him there, and she's like, I'm done with this. I can't do this anymore. Please take care of him. He's stable. Take care of him. Make sure he's okay. She leaves her avalanche stuff there, and she dips. She bounces. She either roams around, like nomadically, you know, and whatever, or she goes to Gold Saucer to try to pick it back up as an actress. I think that would be kind of flat, though. I think that would be kind of flat. Maybe she does her own thing. Maybe she becomes like a serial bomber at like Shinra installations or something like that. You know, I mean, I don't know. But I think for her to be like, I just went through this horrible tragedy. I lost a lot of people I care about. My family's dead. You know, Shinra's responsible for all of this, but we kind of poked the bear on this thing, you know, and whatnot. I'm gonna go try again as an actress. I think emotion-wise that's a little bit flat, but who knows, that could be what they do. But anyway, that's my take on what's going on with Jessie. I think she either saved Biggs or had a hand in saving Biggs, leaves her stuff there, and she's out. So we'll run into her at some point, whatever she's doing, wherever she's at. We will run into her in game 2, most likely. There's a lot they are going to give us in game number 2, Rebirth. Rebirth is going to have a ton of stuff in it. I'm here for it. I think it's going to be wild. Keep posting your comments. Keep sending in your requests via my DMs. This came from a request that a lot of you sent me, wanting to know what my take on Jessie was. And there it is. That's my take on Jessie. So I'm not a big fan of her being alive, but I do think that's the direction they're going, so I do think this is what they're doing with it. So, but anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that. Again, throw a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, throw a comment below. Let's get the conversation going. Also, be sure to follow me over at twitch.tv/Ray Coffman. We're going to be streaming alive tonight. And also check out my Discord too. So until I see you all again, have a great night. Be safe, be good to each other. Keep rocking. I'll see you all next time. Take care. I want to say a quick thank you to my YouTube and Patreon members and supporters. If you would like to support the future creation of content on this channel, get some few extra perks and some art sent to your door every month, consider becoming a Patreon or YouTube member. Details and links are in the video description.